Streaming is on.
I was waiting to get spooked. See,
All right. So as I was saying,
yeah,
in regards to the intake form, so I feel like we need a very simple and professional intake form for SVG, and it should cover some very important things. For example, are they interested in public or private client relationship, and that they're agreeing and understand the minimum prices, and that's part of the intake form. Why wouldn't it be, right?
yeah, yeah. Also with the sponsorship, we did the application form. Makes sense. Perfect.
Yeah, the sponsorship's the same thing. We understand what the basics of their sponsorship is with their intake form. So I feel like that is makes a lot of sense, and then in the communication options, we just have like a simple Google group for client relations, right?
Yeah.
You can have a simple Google group for potential donors.
Sorry, Jay, there's a bit noise. There's a track here. Yeah.
So let's see if there's anything else that we should consider, which would be, so then intake forms and the POP. So again, the POP in relationship to a client would be the agreement, right? The contract or the agreement is the next step for the client. So it makes sense that they would do an intake
The
form,
scope agreement.
public or private, and then we go directly into
The
the
scope agreement.
meeting, the agreement. Right. So the step 3 is where you schedule for the agreement, and policy.
Yeah, we would have that first session that it's paid, but it's actually, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if they want to do that before.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So if they want to do scheduled session before the intake form, and if you take everything, that's fine. It's like it's not required, right? But we still could get the information about, like, for example, Charles, he obviously doesn't want to become a client, and he obviously doesn't want to do public communications. He wants private communications, and he doesn't want to allow anyone to communicate about whatever he's going to communicate about to anyone else. So that's perfectly fine, but now we know that, and so like we've established that since there's no client relationship and he doesn't want to do any sort of accountability for what he says, that obviously we're not going to be able to verify. Like, it's just like we're ready to move on, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, as you said, I mean, uh, at least the introduction, the first communication, it's public, and then in the intake form should be very clear. If you want a private client relationship, then maybe you stop here and you get in contact, or I don't know, you request it, or we can think about it, right? But as you said, I mean, it's very, would be very, very against our values to have like not such a secrecy where it's not even it's not even allowed to know that we are that we are having talks with this or that potential client. This is very shady, right?
Yeah, that's just really odd that someone would want to be so secret that they don't even want anyone to know that they're even communicating us, or that they even want um, to have a private relationship with us. It's just like, anyways, I say it for literally the 20th time in less than 12 hours. So it's like I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, yeah,
So this is,
I agree with you, Jay. I agree with you, Jay.
and we can set up a client portal system, and we can do whatever we want to make it organized and functional. But I do feel like this is the direction that we should go with, like, everything within Epkin Network. It's just a simple process It empowers the person involved. If they want a private relationship, they can have that. Um, and that is
Time for
obviously.
breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. If you look at the website SVG, there is the logging. Here, this we could exactly do the, I don't know, I mean, but client portal registration, right? So basically, what would happen here is that you make this registration, and it brings you to maybe a Google site where we have this portal, right? Where you do the intake form, you see all the steps, and everything's very clear, detailed about everything, right?
I mean, I think we should just embed a form on, like, I think we already have a form. So we just need to update the intake form that we have already on SVG, right? So if you go to contact, right? So you click on contact, right? You have a form here that says name, email, number, tell us about your organization, situation, needs. And then we just add to that, are you interested in a private client relationship or a public client relationship? And any other details that we feel like are essential to setting up the next step. Like we could even ask them like when would they like to schedule or something like that, for our first session.
Uh, yeah,
Because I think this is the intake form right here. This is the intake form.
yeah, exactly. I mean, in the contact page, uh,
I thought the address that we were gonna use was the PO box instead. For this address. We should fix
I
that.
mean, PO box for CCC. We did that. This was before, right?
But SVG is under Innovate United, so we should just use the PO box. It should be more clear, All right, so I think we're good on this, right? We're ready to move on, or?
Let's just establish. So okay, so I'm gonna be working on this. I'm gonna update this contact page, and I mean the way that we would, I think we would directly immediately anyone who wants to be a client is please go to this contact page, fill out the form, and so that in this here in this contact page, we want to make sure that we make it clear about the
Time
public.
to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Yeah, I think I get it. I can work on that, and then we can review it. Okay, make it easy, simple. All right, I think we're good with this. Ready to move on.
But I think the only other thing that we would want to do is the group, right? So I'm making a group here. We can call. I was just calling it like public SVG Google group, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously, if we wanted to, we could make a private one as well. So if they're interested in private communications, they would join the private group, right? So that's up to us. So then I think that this could also become part of the intake form, which would just be like, did you sign up to one of the Google groups, either the private one or the public one? Should we do a private Google group as well?
A Pinda
Or
Google
should,
Group.
or should the private one just be like normal email? I think it makes sense to do a Google group, right, or not?
But a group, I don't know. I mean, I think if they want private, we will see with them every situation
Okay,
how
so
they
if
want
they want,
private, how much they want
they
private.
want private, yeah, if they want private, then it's just like they just send us email directly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we set up the way that,
Yeah.
depending also case to case.
But I think it makes sense that we would have in our intake form that we do the public SVG client at googlegroups.com to ask them if they join that or if they're doing private email. They could also be part of the same question, right? Because the question is, do you want private or public client relations? So it's like, have you joined, if are you interested in public communications and have you joined the public SVG client Google Groups email group, right?
Yeah,
Or the other option is, would you like private communications and have you sent a private email, to hello at SVG, right? Okay.
yeah.
And then we want to make sure that under contact, at the top of the contact page, we want to make it clear that you can
Time
join.
to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
All right. So anyways, what I was saying is that at the top here, we should make it clear that they would join the email Google group so they could email us. Oh yeah, it is info at social value group. It would be for the private email, and then for the public, they can do the overall Google group. Okay, and then change the address to be correct and have a telephone number. And I think that's everything. Are we good?
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be private, just send us an email to the info account and make it clear that you want to start a private client relationship.
Exactly. It should just be very simple, and there
All
should
right.
be
So
nothing special about it. It's like, you want a private client relationship, that's fine. You just understand it costs more, and that's it. Moving on.
yeah,
Yeah, it just shouldn't even be an issue. Oh, a public, fine.
so this group, you created this group already.
Yeah. Mhm.
So how can I join it?
All right, I'll get the.
Yeah, because this is the email, right? Yeah.
This is it. See if it works. All right, I'm putting on column N.
Okay. Okay, got it. Perfect. Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. Mhm. You don't have permission to access Discord. Ask to join the group. Ask to
Do I
join.
need to change the settings?
I think it makes sense with the clients that they would, we would. Uh, no, it's. I mean, it's public. No, we should keep always the same setting. Or I don't know. With the clients, maybe we want to have some more limitations. I mean, to join, we need to. Uh, we need to accept you.
Um,
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
anyone can ask to join.
Yeah, anyone can
Right
ask to join.
there, you click ask to join. So did you do that?
I did. I did ask to join you.
I don't see it. Refresh.
Let me also ask with the other account.
Found the pending member. And we would just approve.
Wait.
Approve
Yeah. Let me also ask with the other account.
member. And then I want to basically make you a
Wait,
manager.
yeah, but wait, with the other account, the one I'm asking now to join. I
Okay.
joined with both, but the FQN account. I just asked to join also with that.
Okay, I fixed it. I got it.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So I mean, I think this makes sense. It's just, it's how we do everything. It's just super simple. You get on the public email list. If you don't want to get on the public email list, obviously you want private, and then you just need to understand that relationship to the additional costs. And then, I mean, for me, it's like there's really just no other part of the network that's private. There isn't anything I can think of that's private, right? So it's like, I mean, I don't see why we would be going out of our way to have all these private communications when it's just not what we do.
Yeah, I
So I
mean,
think,
yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I definitely don't understand why. I mean, what's the point of? We should be encouraging to everything to be public.
and just so you know, like, talk about this a lot. I just want to do the work, but I'll just make sure it's clear in relationship to this conversation that I do have a concern that, Mel's outreach strategy and Mel's just value system and how she operates is obviously very individual based. She likes to do one-on-one
Time
meetings.
for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Yeah, so I was saying that just Mel likes to do more one-on-one meetings and have the private communications, right? Um, and so that's fine and all, but in terms of the CCC board recruitment, it's like I feel like we're in a situation now where we're getting more and more people involved with from Mel. Like there's David, there's Mel, there's Stacy, and there's now Kelly, right? And all of these relationships are intertwined with personal private relationships with Mel, right? And so it's just very, very easy if the majority of the CCC board are all in these private relationships with Mel to just easily get stuck into a private communication about things, and then it could just I mean, it's like it's not even anyone trying to be corrupt. It's just what automatically happens. People just automatically start talking about things and they automatically are just discussing things. And then it manipulates this whole system because you're not transparent with your ideas and your communication in regards to official board business on the CCC if it gets wrapped up in private communication. So we'll do our best to educate that, but it would really help if we just made sure we had a balance of people who don't have personal private communications outside of the group.
Yeah, I mean, with the board members, I mean, there's not really policy tracking these kind of things, but still, I mean, we can.
Absolutely, board members can break policy.
Yeah, but I mean, what we it's possible that when the board is set up shortly, I mean, if there is like I don't know how to call it, maybe a bylaw, as you say that. I mean, if a board member perseveres in private communication, he would go. I don't know, like or probation, or there would be a vote from the members to to decide because it goes against this our fundamental value.
Yeah, well, that just all comes into Plasma. So Plasma can have policies and procedures that are irrespective of the board's empowerment, where you can have checks and balances on the board, and you can have, I think that Plasma could potentially put board members on probation, inform the membership, and initiate a board removal process that's all done through Plasma. So in that way, it's not up to just the membership.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right. Anyways, I think we're good. I just want to make sure it's clear that I do want to prioritize more CCC recruitment.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else on this topic?
No, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. So we have our view up. I mean, the only thing. The review of the tracking spreadsheets. But we can do it maybe when Moth and Joyce are also present. The only thing that we can also wrap it up. I mean, check out since it's and go into the work because it's about to be the next pause, the 1 hour mark. But I mean, the only thing is the health benefit of ATE. I forward you the email with all the medical documentation. Her back pay passed, so maybe when we do now the work, we can prioritize that the transfer to ATE.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's like work priority for sure.
Yeah, so I'm good. We can check out, and then we can.
Wait, did you review the health? Did you review her health benefits document?
By a doctor, and it's very difficult to read it. But
does it talk anything about the costs, or does it talk at all about the that it's a surgery or anything like that in terms of like what it is?
Yeah, I mean, look at it now.
All right. Anyways, we'll just go over that later. I mean, if we
Yeah.
haven't done it. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, for me, the only other things that we could talk about would be more like the identity of the Umbrella Showcase website and the SVG review. Those are the only things that I think are really discussions. It would be obviously ideal if more people were here, but again, I think we kind of have to realize that, you know, at this time, for whatever reason, it's basically me and you holding the vote. There's no one else. You know?
Yeah, brings flashback.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
All right. So when we come back in 6 minutes, do you want to get focused on another topic for discussion in the main session, or should we just stop the main session and then wrap up, check out, and then do? I guess we can just take a break and we'll figure it out when we get back.
Yeah, I mean, to me, we can definitely go into the Umbrella Showcase website identity. For me, SVG review is more again a work topic under the pipeline.
Yeah, but you could think about it in terms of like the SVG review is setting up the process for how we should go through the Umbrella Showcase website identity. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break, and when we get back, we can finalize our topic and then